If you think your neighborhood cat is tough because it once brought home a squirrel, buckle up because today, we're diving into the high-stakes, high-altitude showdown between two of nature's most underrated bad boys, the snow leopard and the cougar. Forget lions and tigers, those guys already have enough PR. This is about the real mountain monarchs. You're hiking through the Himalayas, freezing your tail off, and out of the blue bam, a snow leopard leaps 30 feet across a cliff face like a ninja with fur. Meanwhile, across the globe in the Rockies, a cougar is silently stalking prey, ready to pounce with the force of a jungle gym slamming into your back. These aren't your average house cats, they're stealthy, muscular, lethal, and each one thinks they own the mountains. So here's the big question: if these two apex predators ever met in a no-holds-barred mountain duel, who would walk away with the crown of king of the mountains? As someone who spent years studying wildcats and narrowly avoided being dinner on more than one research trip, I've got thoughts, and believe me, this is one matchup you don't want to miss. We're comparing muscle, speed, bite force, and good old-fashioned mountain grit. Spoiler, it's closer than you might think, and the outcome might just depend on a patch of snow or a well-timed pounce. Let's break it down and find out which of these silent assassins truly rules the peaks. The snow leopard, the silent ghost of the eastern peaks. Let me tell you something that surprises most people right off the bat. Despite the name, the snow leopard isn't actually a leopard. In fact, genetically, it's more like a distant snowy cousin of the tiger. I know, mind blown. It's like finding out your quiet neighbor is actually related to Mike Tyson. Snow leopards live where few dare to tread in the icy, rugged mountain ranges of Central and South Asia. Think elevations between 9,800 and 14,800 feet. That's the kind of altitude where you and I would be gasping for breath, but these cats thrive like it's just another Tuesday. Now don't let their fluffy, majestic appearance fool you. These cats are pure muscle packed into a sleek frame, weighing between 100 and 160 pounds and standing about 2 feet tall at the shoulder. They're like the compact SUVs of the cat world, powerful, efficient, and built for tough terrain. Here's the wild part: these felines can leap an insane 30 feet in a single bound. That's longer than a yellow school bus. They use this incredible jumping ability to ambush prey on steep cliffs, blending in so perfectly with the rocky landscape that they practically vanish before your eyes. They don't run you down, they wait, strike like lightning, and it's lights out. And let's talk bite force. These cats bite down with 500 pounds per square inch. That's like getting clamped by a vice that's alive and angry. They regularly take down animals that weigh 2 or 3 times as much as they do. Sheep, goats, deer. If it moves, it's fair game. One of the snow leopard's greatest advantages is stealth. With that thick spotted coat, they become nearly invisible in the snow. Add in razor-sharp instincts and constant awareness, and sneaking up on one is like trying to surprise a Navy SEAL in his own backyard. Give them narrow ledges, icy slopes, and howling winds, and they're right at home. The snow leopard is a master of the cold, the king of the cliffs, and the undisputed ghost of the Himalayas. In a snowy, close-quarters battlefield, this cat is a terrifying contender. The cougar, North America's secret super athlete. Call it what you want: cougar, mountain lion, puma, panther, catamount, they're all the same animal. It's like one cat with a serious case of identity overload. But whatever name you use, this big cat is a true legend of the wild. Cougars have one of the widest ranges of any wildland animal in the Western Hemisphere. They roam from the frozen forests of Canada to the steamy jungles of South America. These cats are the ultimate survivors. Whether it's desert, mountain, swamp, or snow, cougars make themselves at home. Some have even been spotted at elevations up to 19,000 feet. That's higher than most people would ever want to hike, let alone live. And make no mistake, this cat is big. Bigger than the snow leopard, in fact. Standing about 3 feet tall at the shoulder, stretching up to 8 feet long from nose to tail, and weighing in between 160 and 200 pounds. That's about the size of an NFL linebacker with claws. But here's the kicker: cougars are fast. I mean really fast. These cats can hit 40 to 50 miles per hour in short bursts. They can leap 15 feet straight up in the air and clear distances of over 20 feet horizontally. It's like having a Ferrari with fur. Their bite force is no joke either, 750 psi. That's even stronger than the African lion. Think about that. A cat that doesn't roar, lives in the mountains, and prefers to stay off the radar can bite harder than the king of the savannah. And even though they sometimes have to share their turf with grizzly bears, wolves, and even jaguars, cougars hold their own. They're not always the top predator, but they don't need to be. They're smart, sneaky, and incredibly adaptive. Like a wilderness ninja with 4 paws and night vision. In my opinion, if nature were handing out gold medals for agility, strength, and survival skills, the cougar would be taking home more hardware than Michael Phelps. This cat is built for action and thrives in chaos. It's no wonder people call it the ghost of the mountains. It sees you long before you ever see it. The ultimate showdown. Who wins the mountain crown? Alright folks, let's get ready for the ultimate mountain matchup. In one corner, we've got the Snow Leopard, Asia's icy ghost, the silent assassin of the Himalayas. In the other, the Cougar, America's sleek, muscular shadow, the undisputed ninja of the Rockies. Both cats are elite hunters, masters of their terrain, and absolute units of stealth and power. This fight is tight. We're talking razor-thin margins here. Both animals know how to use the landscape like seasoned warriors. Cliffs, snowbanks, forests, ledges, these cats are built to dominate rugged terrain. But when we break it down, the cougar pulls ever so slightly ahead in key stats. For starters, the cougar's got the size advantage, taller, longer, and heavier. It's like matching up a heavyweight boxer with a middleweight who's fast on their feet. Then there's speed. Cougars can hit top gear in a flash and strike with surgical precision, whether it's dense forest, desert rock, or mountain slope. And let's not forget that terrifying 750 psi bite force. That's a joy you do not want to be on the wrong side of. Now, that doesn't mean the Snow Leopard's out of the game, not even close. If this fight starts with a surprise attack, the Snow Leopard has a real shot. With that 30-foot leap and pinpoint accuracy, it could land a devastating opening blow before the cougar even knows what hit it. But here's the thing: if the fight drags on, the cougar's stamina, agility, and raw power start to tip the balance. It's like a marathon turned into a wrestling match, and the cougar is built for both. So who's the king of the mountains in a head-to-head brawl? My money's slightly on the cougar. But give the Snow Leopard the right terrain and the element of surprise, and you've got a battle worthy of legends. The final verdict: to kings, to kingdoms. So who takes the crown? Well, it's not a one-size-fits-all coronation. The cougar rules the wild, rugged West with quiet confidence and lightning reflexes. From Canada's icy peaks to the cliffs of Patagonia, this cat is the undisputed champion of the Americas. Meanwhile, the Snow Leopard holds court in the east. In the icy, wind-swept heights of the Himalayas and Central Asia, it reigns like a ghost, stealthy, graceful, and untouchable. Both are elite predators, perfectly engineered for their home turf. It's like asking who's better, a snowboarder carving powder in Colorado or a ninja scaling rooftops in Kyoto. Different styles, different strengths, but both are legends in their own right. In my book, they're both kings just ruling different castles. Are they dangerous to humans? Let's clear the fur on that one. Here's the truth: both the Snow Leopard and the cougar are big cats with serious skills, but neither is out there hunting humans like it's a horror movie. Snow leopards, they're basically the introverts of the big cat world. Shy, elusive, and more likely to vanish into thin air than come anywhere near you. In fact, most people who've spent years studying them in the wild have barely gotten a glimpse. If you ever spot one, consider buying a lottery ticket, because you just hit the jackpot. Cougars, on the other paw, live much closer to us. Hikers, campers, and folks in the western U.S. might occasionally cross paths with one. But here's the deal: cougar attacks on humans are extremely rare. You're statistically more likely to get hurt taking a selfie near a cliff. These cats would rather run than rumble, unless they feel cornered or their young are threatened. As a wildlife guy, I always say, respect their space, don't treat wild animals like oversized house cats, and remember they'd rather avoid you than fight you. Nature's not out to get us, but she does expect us to use common sense. So yes, they can be dangerous, like any wild predator, but with a little awareness, you'll stay perfectly safe and maybe even lucky enough to admire one from a respectful distance, should you keep one as a pet. Let's talk catastrophe. Okay, I get it. You see those fluffy snow leopards with their giant paws and majestic tails, or a sleek, golden cougar lounging like a furry superhero, and you think, wouldn't that be the coolest pet ever? Short answer: no. Long answer, absolutely, positively, wildly no. First, snow leopards are high-altitude ninjas built for the icy cliffs of Central Asia, not your backyard in Colorado. They need miles of space, freezing temperatures, and prey that doesn't come in a can. Not to mention, they're endangered and protected by international law, so having one as a pet isn't just a bad idea, it's illegal. Now cougars might seem more local, but trust me, they're not cut out for cuddles on the couch. These cats can jump over your fence, take down prey twice their size, and have a bite force stronger than an African lion. You really want that trying to play with your Labrador. And let's be real, wild animals are not domesticated. They're not meant to live in our homes, on leash, or in Instagram stories with funny hats. What they do need is a wild habitat, a natural diet, and the freedom to be the apex athletes they were born to be. So should you keep one, only if you're a snow-covered mountain or a national park. Otherwise, stick to watching documentaries or visiting conservation centers. That way, you stay safe, they stay wild, and nobody ends up needing stitches or a lawyer. Now it's your turn. Got a dream matchup in mind? Want to see a wolf versus a wolverine, or maybe eagle versus hawk? Drop your wildest ideas in the comments and you might just see your battle featured in the next video. Let's keep exploring the wild together, one beast at a time.